welcome back to Tiki Taka Talk, and today we have a pretty special video as FIFA has finally let up the World Cup game mode in FC26. Unfortunately, it is not licensed, and it's called the World's Game. So, my thoughts on it, it's bad. It's really bad, but that's not what we're here for, because I predicted I let FIFA predict the World Cup using the game mode, and it's safe to say this is probably one of the worst, simulations of all time. Let's just get into it. I cannot wait to tell you what upsets. Starting on the left side, we're going to do the left side and then the right side. Ivory Coast, Paraguay. Ivory Coast won that. So that was an easy win. France, Iran, of course, France won. Mexico, Qatar. Qatar upset Mexico. Brazil, Sweden. Brazil won. Colombia, England. Colombia upset England. Spain, Algeria. Spain won. USA, Canada. USA made it past Canada. New Zealand, South Korea. New Zealand upset South Korea. Ivory Coast, France. Ivory Coast won. The favorites of the tournament was knocked out to Ivory Coast. One of the most disappointing African teams. Qatar, Brazil. Oh, wait, you thought that it was done? No. Qatar beats Brazil. I don't know what it's with this game and loving Qatar, but somehow not only did it make it out of the group, but it beat both Mexico and Brazil. Colombia, Spain. Spain actually won, so at least a favorite won. USA, New Zealand. USA won, so they're going to the quarterfinals. Ivory Coast, Qatar. Finally, Qatar ended as Ivory Coast goes to the semifinals somehow, tying with Morocco. And USA, Spain. USA won. USA beat Spain in extra time with 2 Zendejas goals. I mean, this game is just horrific. You're telling me that the USA and Ivory Coast is going to be the semifinal, but it gets worse. The United States of America make the World's Game final, and Ivory Coast goes to the third place game. I mean, USA might not even make it out of the group, and you're saying they're going to make it to the World Cup final? I mean, how? The team's not even that good in FIFA, and somehow it made it all the way to the World Cup final. But we get to the right side of the bracket. Morocco, Netherlands. Morocco won. This was a pretty big matchup. Ecuador, Senegal. Senegal won. Of course, the sort of AFCON winners. Germany versus Czechia. Germany won. They were the favorites. Croatia, Congo. Congo upsets Croatia, which isn't that surprising. You know, Congo could do some damage in the World Cup. That's definitely an upset, though. Argentina, Uruguay. Uruguay won, somehow beating the former champions in the round of 32. Turkey, Belgium. Turkey won, so FIFA actually got something right. Switzerland, Austria. Switzerland won. Portugal, Ghana. Portugal won. So now we're on to the round of 16. Morocco, Senegal. Morocco won. So it was an AFCON rematch, which is kind of a W. But Morocco this time won, actually. Germany, Congo. Germany won. They were the favorites. Uruguay, Turkey. Turkey won. So they're going pretty far. Switzerland, Portugal. Portugal won. Morocco, Germany. This was a very fun matchup. Morocco is able to make another semifinal. And Turkey, Portugal. Portugal was able to win that. As now Morocco, Portugal. Portugal won, as Portugal is going to the World Cup final to face USA. But first we have the third place game. 2 African nations, Ivory Coast and Morocco. The highest up that an African team has ever gotten was 4th place back in 2022 with Morocco. And now we have Ivory Coast and Morocco for the third place team. And somehow, someway, Ivory Coast won. Ivory Coast won the third best team in this World Cup. So this is just absolutely horrific. But I guess on home soil, USA is in the World Cup final facing off against Portugal. Will USA shock the world in their home turf, or will Ronaldo finally win a World Cup? And Ronaldo in the World Cup final scored a goal as Portugal won 1-0. Portugal win the simulation. USA in second. Ivory Coast in third. Morocco in fourth. Insane upsets. France lost to Ivory Coast. Brazil knocked out to Qatar. Congo beating Croatia. Uruguay beating Argentina. It's just horrific. These predictions were absolutely terrible. Don't know what's going on in that FIFA engine, but it has just spat out absolute AI slop. But I'll see you next time on Tiki Taka Talk.